Alright guys, welcome to the Eastbourne Fisherman. We are banging into a fish straight away on the Savage Gear Seeker. My first fish on the Seeker. I think it's a small mackerel. I could be wrong. Obviously I can't see the fish at the moment, so I'm hoping it's a bass. It's pulling quite nice. It doesn't... If it's a bass, it's probably a schooly bass. It's not like a massive fish. I reckon it's a mackerel though. We'll find out in a minute. Giving a nice account of itself, especially on this light lure gear. Be my first fish. Yeah, it's a mackerel on the Seeker. First fish on the Savage Gear Seeker, a mackerel. I'm going to get it back in. It's on a single hook, this one. I've rigged all my Savage Gear Seekers with a single hook. Just going to take him back off. Nice and quick, nice and quick. Get him back in, and off he swims. Oh, so we're banging into another fish. I believe it's another mackerel. It might, yeah, it's still there. It's definitely good fun on this lighter gear. I'm enjoying this. Definitely good fun. So I've just got my lure rod set up today. Berkeley Lightning Shock 10 to 35 gram rod. Nice little fish there. Again on the Savage Gear Seeker. Right, so out we go again. Bail arm over. Lure going out. Oh, water's coming in pretty fast now. I'm hoping with the rise of the tide we'll be able to pick up a couple more. I'll definitely need a bass this year. I was looking to go to the rockier marks today, but the tide is it's not big enough, so the water's not gone out far enough to get onto the marks we were going. You see in front of me there, the mackerel splashing on the water, so that's pretty promising. Oh, we're into a fish. We are into a fish. It's definitely giving a good account of itself. My feet have got wet. My feet are wet. Yeah, another mackerel. I think it's going to be a day of mackerel today. Another mackerel there. We'll take a couple of these home, you know, for a tea. Can't beat a bit of fresh mackerel. Absolutely lovely. You see the mackerel just jumping out of the water straight in front of us, man. Oh, I love mackerel season. I absolutely love it. Should have been fishing for bass today, but I think it's going to turn into a mackerel lure fishing session. Oh, yeah, bang straight in. As soon as the Seeker hit the water, we are bang straight into a fish. Definitely good fun on light gear. I would recommend this to anyone. My feet are getting absolutely soaked, but who cares? Oh, oh, he's coming in. Look at him go, man. Look at him go on that light gear. Oh, that's a nice fish. That is a nice mackerel. Ooh. That's a big mackerel. Cool, look at the size of that. Right, so again we go, look, a mackerel. Look at all that whitebait in the water. There you can see all that whitebait coming up. Yeah. Look at all that whitebait in the water. Absolutely tons of them. Jumping out the water there. Don't want to leave my gear getting wet, but we'll try and get another one quick and then we'll have to move back, I think. Mackerel just jumping out the water, yeah, back, straight back in. Straight back in, man. As soon as the Seeker hits that water, bang, straight back in. I haven't caught nothing on the Seeker at all until today. So yeah, mackerel definitely love them. I just need to catch a nice bass on one now, that'd be awesome. Again, using the shoulder cans there, I don't know if it's gonna work very well, but we'll see. Oh, keep it away from the rocks there. The only thing I don't like about mackerel fishing is you get covered in the scales. Look at that sun coming up over there in the distance. Absolutely gorgeous. What a way to spend the morning. Fish boiling on the surface. Gorgeous sunrise coming up. And bang, we're straight back into another fish. Mackerel fishing on lures. Absolutely awesome. Oh, that one just pinged off the hook. Absolutely just pinged straight off the hook, that one. It's only a smaller one anyway. I don't want to keep the smaller ones. I'll keep a couple of the bigger ones from a tee. Don't really want the smaller ones. Oh, and we're back into a fish. Fish are cast in a minute, guys. Fish are cast. Or mackerel cast, as you should say. This one don't feel very big. Oh yeah, he feels big. I've just seen a seal pop its head up over there in the distance, so that could be a driving force away from the mackerel, but I'm not too sure because the mackerel have been quite strong in presence over the last couple of days. Again, a small one, not really what I'm after. See if I can try and shake him off the hook. So I'm just going to watch my fingers on the point of the hook. Oh. Pull the hook out and then throw the fish back in. Must make sure to sustainably fish for mackerel. Only keep what you need or what you're going to consume. And sustain the source of the fish. Obviously, I know a lot of people are back into a fish straight away. A lot of people say that the trawlers are doing more damage than the anglers, which is true. I can completely understand that, but we all need to do our part. And sustainably fishing, taking what you need rather than buckets full of fish, is definitely the way forward. Ooh. Yeah, it's another nice sized fish, that is. Nice sized mackerel. Some of these mackerel are quite nice sizes. Let's see if we can hold that up in front of the sun for you. Right there. Absolutely awesome. And this idiot has forgot to bring his fishing towel, so his jumper's turned into a fishing towel and it's absolutely covered in muck. Look at that gorgeous sun coming up. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, another one bites the dust. Straight back in. I should probably change the top waters in a minute. If we keep getting mackerel, I'll change the top waters and we'll try for a bass on the back of the shoulder mackerel. But man, it's literally, that just hit the water then and we're bang straight back into another mackerel. I think they are absolutely everywhere. Everywhere I'm looking I can see the fish, see the sea boiling at the minute. And the seals going up and down. This feels like a nice fish. Yeah, and that's a nice size mackerel. That is a nice size mackerel. Ooh. I'll probably take about 10 to 20 big ones. That'll do me really nicely. Mackerel just boiling straight in front, man, straight in front. That's where I'm going to put the lure, straight in front. Right, so I'll change over to a top water in a minute, see if we can get one on the top water. But man, it's straight, literally, as soon as that lure hits the water, we are bang straight into the fish. I've never seen the mackerel season so active. In the last like 3 years that I've fished, mackerel season's been my favourite part of the year. I've never seen so many mackerel than I have this year. Absolutely awesome. Look at him jumping out the water. Right, so I'm definitely having fun fishing for the mackerel this morning, but I want something a little bit bigger. So we're going to go off the beach in a minute and set myself up with something that might pull us in a nice better fish. Yeah, the mackerel are everywhere, man. Absolutely everywhere. Good fun, don't get me wrong, I like fishing for mackerel, but oh, fish. There we go, straight back in, swimming off. Really should have bought some Wellingtons today. My feet are absolutely soaked standing on this pontoon. Oh man, where are the bass? Where are the bass? A nice slow retrieve back into a mackerel. It's not a very big one, this one. It doesn't feel like it's giving any kind of account of itself. We'll bring it in, unhook it, and give it another go. See it splashing in the surface of the water there. Hopefully we can shake it off the lure. There we go, straight into the sea. Absolutely lovely. And off it swims. The Seeker has made up for itself today. Although it's only mackerel, it's nice to catch something on the lure, especially when it's been so highly recommended. Oh. Oh my god, my feet are soaked. Absolutely freaking soaked. Feet are soaked, my jumper's covered in scales. What a day it has been so far. And we've only been here for about half an hour. Not even that. Oh my good lord. Alright, so bringing in the Seeker then, we're going to go back onto the beach and readjust things. Well, we're back into a fish on the way in, proper close in that was. Straight into another mackerel. Well, if you want to catch mackerel, guys, definitely get yourself a Seeker. Right, guys, so we've had about 10 to 15 mackerel. I'm not greedy. I'm going to switch it up now. So we're going to go for the Pachenko 100 and see if we can get some off the top, make it really fun. Let's see what happens. Right, guys, so I wouldn't mind catching a few off the old Pachenko there. The shoals are straight in front of me, straight right in front. So I'm literally just going to flop it straight out and then just dance it across the top of the shoal and see what happens. There's quite a lot of birds about, so you know, could go either way here, could go either way. Man, we are straight into a fish. I didn't even pop it. We're straight into a fish on the surface on the Pachenko. What the hell? The mackerel are literally going savage today, absolutely savage. Look at that. Absolutely crazy. So many bait fish around here. Right, so just going to unhook that mackerel. Nice and simple. Definitely get yourself a pair of surgical forceps. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. I try and catch a couple off the top using the Pachenko. And just have some fun with it now. We got some fish, got some fish for tea. So I'm just going to cast the Pachenko out, and then we'll just have some fun with the Pachenko on the top. Get some knocks on it already. Sammy the seal is definitely working up and down the beach. He knows there's fish here, man. He's hungry. He is a hungry seal. Hopefully he don't chase all the mackerel away, and we won't be able to have some more fun, will we? So. Yeah, we're straight back into a mackerel. Straight back into a mackerel, man. On the surface, look. What are the chances? Everything you throw at them, they just hit. They just hit them. Well, look at that seal. Seal's right come up then. Hopefully we've got a good shot of that. I'm hoping he doesn't beach himself on this deck next to me, because that will be... there he is, look. There he is. Just out there. Maybe we'll be able to throw this mackerel to him. Let's have a look. Don't want to get my fingers on the hook. To be fair, there's loads of mackerel in there. So again, on the treble, fish in the water, mackerel swim straight back out, away he goes. Just keeping an eye out for that seal, because I don't want to realistically put my lure anywhere near him. He's just come over the other side of me now, so I'm just keeping my distance from him, just to respect his privacy. He is massive. He has actually come over the other side. Oh, I'm just going to see if I can get a shot of the seal actually. Right, so I've just gone to the other side of the pontoon, just had a chat with the other guys on the other side, just to warn them that there's a seal in the area, just to make sure that they're careful, that, you know, they're respectful of his area as well. You know, when you come fishing, you know, you're fishing. You know, you're fishing in nature's area. So I mean, you've got to respect it. You've got to respect the wildlife that are here. And also, you know, it's a seal's natural habitat. So if he wants to have a hunt as well, he wants to have a hunt. Just on another fish on the top of this rod again. Another mackerel, absolutely dancing out of the water today. Absolutely dancing. Let's get him back in the box. This one, it's a nice side. Right guys, so welcome back to the Eastbourne Fisherman. First bit of the video was a bit manic. I was out on the jetty, so I couldn't get much videos of me actually fishing. You could only get it on the shoulder cam. I busted my chest cam, chest tripod mount, so I've got to get another one of them. But yeah, it's been a good morning so far. I've made a couple of changes to the lure box. So we decided to get some Pachenko 100s in a 500 GT after much deliberation. We've also purchased Axia Vulcans in a white colour. And a selection of shallow divers, Komomo 2s. So I put a bit of money into my lure fishing in the hope to try and get in a bass. Unfortunately today I did a schoolboy error and woke up a little bit later than I should have done, so I couldn't get to the low cliff marks that I was going to go to today. Also, just want to show you this bit of kit here from Savage Gear. It's a roll out thing for your lures. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm no way endorsed by Savage Gear or anything like that. I just think it's a fantastic product. I just wanted to share that with you, so you can put all your lures in one section and then it just rolls up and clips on like that. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. If you haven't got one, I suggest grabbing one. Again, for unhooking a fish, if you don't want to get covered in scales, pair of surgical forceps. But yeah, what we're using today is I'm using my lure setup. It's a bit battered up now because it's obviously covered in mackerel from this morning. So I've got a lightning shot, Berkeley lightning shot, 10 to 35 gram rod. Absolutely fantastic. I was using the Savage Gear Seeker there, and using a Pen Shoot 3 if anyone wants to know. Loaded with braid, then with a fluorocarbon 2-foot leader. So yeah, so I'm going to carry on the fishing. Hopefully we'll be able to get some shots with a tripod on the floor and me casting out and reeling in some fish, and then we will call it a day. It's been a nice morning so far. Seeing that sunrise come was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so let's hopefully try and catch a fish. And also today, I'm really chuffed that I actually caught some mackerel on the surface lures. So I mean, you know, you can't really complain. Was looking for bass, like I said, but you know, can't win them all. So let's try and find you know, a last minute bass hopefully. If we don't, we've had some fun and we caught some mackerel for our tea today. So again, absolutely tons of whitebait washing up on the beach. The telltale sign that mackerel season has begun. Absolutely loads of them. Right guys, so in lure fishing terms, sometimes people say match the hatch. So I'm going to use this Komodo 2 in the hope that we might be able to catch a bass. I've got the urge to try and catch a bass today, so let's give it a go. Did we catch a bass on it? No, we didn't. We caught a mackerel. Mackerel is king today. Mackerel is king. For days on every single lure that you throw in, they're there. Straight to another mackerel. Absolutely fantastic day's fishing, this is. Even a small white bait as well. That one was really close in. I ain't straight on the Komodo. Right guys, so there's only one lure I can think of that might be able to get through the hordes of mackerel, but I'm not sure. And that is the good old faithful Pirate Lures teaser. So let's clip it on, and hopefully we can catch a bass with this puppy. Let's see. Come on, Mr. Bass. Let's do this. Right guys, so we're back on the top, back on the Pirate Lures teaser. I absolutely love these lures. These lures are probably, they are just a pure, fantastic bit of craftsmanship. I absolutely love them. This one's weighted, so hopefully we'll be able to punch out a bit further. And I'm hoping with that hook being stuck in the top, might be able to avoid the mackerel and hopefully grab a bass. That's the plan. There it is, the sea is boiling everywhere. Just want to make sure on every cast that that line is outside of the top eye, running freely down. You don't want to snap the tip. The lure fishing tips are quite thin, and you could snap it if you miscast with it, so you don't want to do that. Mate, there is absolutely fish everywhere. Right, so I'm just going to do what we did before then. I'm going to let it sink, and then I'm just going to slowly retrieve it back in. Like I said, hopefully with the hook being into the silicone body, I just had a big hit on that then, just a nice big hit. I'm hoping with the hook being inside the silicone body, unless a mackerel hits it pretty hard, we're not going to get a mackerel. Although I could be wrong. If I do catch a mackerel on soft plastic though, oh, I thought I had a hit then. The mackerel going crazy. Look, you can see them follow the lure as it comes in. Look, you can see them, look, they're all interested in the lure. So I think it's working. I think my plan might be working. If there's tons of mackerel, maybe soft plastic tucked in will be the way to go. Nice fishing boat over there, making the most of the mackerel this morning before it heads out to the deeper water. Don't blame him. Yeah, mackerel hitting this lure like it's going out of fashion. I can feel the taps on the lure. Boom, 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 boom. You see, I don't know if I can get close enough. I don't want to get my feet wet. You can see all the mackerel following the lure right to the tip. Maybe this is the way forward. Maybe this is the way to catch bass today. Or will the bass already be all full up on so much bait that's out there? There is tons of bait out there at the moment. As soon as that lure hits the water, I can feel the mackerel tapping at the lure. They want this lure. Just gonna nice and slowly retrieve it back. Not in a rush, just enjoying the morning. This is where it all started for me. Mackerel fishing is where it all started. Absolutely love it. They can't get this lure. Must be driving them absolutely mental. Look at all these fish trying to get that lure. Look, I'm just going to pull it in slowly. There it is, look. They all want the lure. They're nearly there. They've got the hook out a little bit. Keep working at it, guys. Keep working at it. There's a cast number 3 with the Pirate Lures teaser on. Man, I would love to catch a mackerel on a Pirate Lures teaser, just to say that I've caught a mackerel on pretty much every single lure I can think of in my box today. So we've had one on the shallow diver, we've had one on the surface, and we've had one on the metal. They are jumping for this lure. Come on, guys, come on. All you got to do is inhale the lure, and then we're good. Look at them go for that lure. Look, they just in the outside. Come on, bass, come on. Got to be a bass round here somewhere. It's got to be one patrolling up and down. Just looking for a nice easy snack. Well, there it is. Too much mackerel. There's just too much mackerel around. Man, I can see them all chasing that lure. Oh, I thought I had one then. Thought I literally had one. Thought I had one. It's going to be extremely difficult for them to get that soft plastic, which in turn helps me out because I know that if anything hits this now, unless it's a bloody big mackerel, it'll be a nice decent bass. So I have to wait and see. Oh, I think we're on. I think we're on. I think we have a mackerel on a soft plastic lure. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. Well guys, there it is. I'm speechless. Mackerel on a soft plastic lure. It took them 4 casts to get the hook out, but there it is. Absolutely freaking crazy. What a weird session it has been. Right then, so Corridor's teaser, which I thought was going to be the one, after a couple of casts, the mackerel just took the hook out and bang. I'm just going to have a couple more casts and I think I'm going to call it a day. What a crazy day it has been. Fishing for mackerel on a light lure rod is probably the most fun I've had fishing, apart from bass fishing on lures. It's just so much fun. I'd recommend it to anyone. If you want to start fishing, grab yourself a lure rod, grab yourself a couple of pirate lures, teasers, a metal lure like a Savage Gear Seeker, and a couple of top water lures, and a shallow diver, and then you're done. You're sorted. Every single situation, maybe one or two of each, and that's you sorted. Oh man, these mackerel are hammering every single lure they put into the sea. Oh man, literally, actually hammering it to the point that they're taking the lure out of the soft plastic. Now that felt like a bass bite. Man, they're so aggressive today. They're literally going for everything. As you guys have seen, everything I cast out, it's just literally bang, straight on it, bang, straight on it. Just looking for one bass. Target today was bass. Unfortunately, we haven't caught bass. But again, I'm not surprised with the amount of mackerel that are around. Man, I'm straight onto a mackerel. I think that's is that a bass? Feels good. Might be a mackerel. I think it's a mackerel. It's a mackerel again on a soft plastic lure. Actually crazy. Right guys, so that's been super fun. We've had loads of fish on a light lure today. Absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, it wasn't the fish we were looking for, which was the bass. But we had absolutely tons of mackerel on every surface lure I can possibly think of. We had absolutely tons of mackerel on every lure possible I could actually think of. Surface lure, metals, shallow diver, and even soft plastics. Which, to my amazement, it's absolutely crazy. The mackerel are absolutely hammering anything at the moment in Eastbourne. Obviously this video will be going out slightly after the time that the fishing is, due to obviously editing and so on and so forth. But if you do like fishing and you want to start fishing, mackerel fishing is definitely a place to start. Get down to your local tackle shop, grab a rod and a reel, for around about 40-50 quid for the starter package, and just go out and enjoy yourself in the fresh air. Get off your computer games, kids, and just go out and have fun. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.